what is lead time in your Airbnb business? When does customer actually book your property and when do they actually check in? Two things will blow your mind. Guys, if you're new to Airbnb business or you're experienced operator, look, working with many operators around the world, two things which I talk about, which is lead time in your business and also the length of stay. Now, I can talk about it today, but actually I want to physically go into one of my client account, which has got over 80 listings, and I want to really look into the details of why I keep talking about it. Now, look, Airbnb is only a platform which kind of gives you a much more better data, but then you can take this concept into your direct booking. You can do that in your booking.com, and you can have team members actually looking at performance data every day. And look, if you're looking to scale and really seriously take this business for growth in 2023, you need to watch this video. You need to take this into your business and start implementing it. So what is lead time in your Airbnb business? A lead time is basically when does customer actually book in or book your property, and when do they actually check in? Now, if you think about, what's your ideal customer? If it's a tourist client, when do they start booking you? If it's, lower season going into summer season, how far in advance do they start booking you, right? So it could be 60 days, it could be 30 days in advance, it could even be 90 days. It depends on how you open and manage your calendar. The second thing is the average length of stay. Now, what I'm looking at is, well, if they book you 60 days ahead of time, how long are they looking to book you? Or do they come and actually book you for a whole week? Do they only book you for 2 nights? Do they only book you for a night if you do 1 night stay? So it really needs to understand what your average length of stay is per client. But without further ado, let's go into the account and I want to show you some proofs on what we've been doing for our clients. And as a result of that, you can do that in your business too. So as you can see from our screen, if you now go into opportunities, you've got different tabs here. You need to go into occupancy rate first. What I'm really looking at is the length of stay and go first of the year. So go straight for this year. And effectively what we want to now look at is similar listing versus you, because you really are looking to do better than your competition, right? So firstly, this is the whole 1st of Jan till today, which is the 2nd of March. Or further down, let me just actually look at and turn into 4th of March. The data is not available. So, okay, 2nd of March. Here you can see here their average length of stay is 8.7 days per booking. What does that say to me is the average length of stay is selected listing is 5.4 days higher than similar listing in the area. Now, what that means, look, effectively this is telling me that my client is smashing their length of stay. Their competitions are getting 5.4 days lower compared to what they're getting, right? So if they're doing 8.7 days on average and their competition's 5.4 lower, let's have a look at what that is. So 8.7 minus 5.4, so their competition average stay is 3.3. Now what does that say to me is, yes, they've got more management problems, and yes, they are expensing a lot on housekeeping team. The next thing I'll look at is go into conversion and then go into booking lead time. Again, the same thing, exactly the same thing we want to do. You want to go 1st of Jan till date, and their booking lead time, it is 14 days only. Now, what I look at is 2 things here. I want to now compare it with the competition. So the average booking lead time for selected listing is 14.5 days lower than similar listing in the area. Now for me, that's a great thing. Do you know why? Because if your calendar's blocked for 3.3, which is what the market average was earlier on length of stay, 28 days before arrival, basically what you're doing then is their competition is messing up their own calendar. 28 days before someone's arriving, they've blocked their calendar, they've got 3.3 nights stay, which means if I had to then book someone, or let's say a guest wanted to stay a long term from today till 30 days, this person or their competition wouldn't be found. So as a result of that, for me, having lower average lead time sometimes works better if you've got only few bookings. Look, the reality is you want to make sure your calendar is as optimized, as free as possible to attract you those longer term bookings. So two things I really am proud about in this listing is, yes, for long-term bookings in the UK right now, which is what our clients are focusing on at the moment, is 10 to 14 days before arrival. So we're sitting exactly on Airbnb correctly. And also if we look at further down into length of stay, if we are sitting around, so that, go back into it again for you. 8.7 days, it works perfectly fine. So guys, these are the two KPIs now you can move into your direct booking, as well as any platforms that you work with. So guys, I hope you enjoyed another Grow Your B&B video. It was quite simple, basic, but look, 99% of people I speak to don't actually implement this in their business. As a result of that, look, you might be saying, Piers, actually something that we've overlooked at, we don't look at it too much. Trust me, if you get this right, you understand this right, this time next year you've got right data, you're going to scale your business well, you're going to have conversation with your management clients, you're going to have conversation with landlords properly, and as well as your team members. One of my clients currently hiring a VA, their first VA after their 20 units, they're live, and these are the things that needs to be maintained by your team. So guys, I hope you enjoyed another Grow Your B&B video. Please make sure you hit that like, subscribe and share, and I'll be back with another video soon.